Hello everybody, Alexander here, and today we'll be starting a Fire Emblem Three Houses playthrough. Just a quick PSA, I do intend to play through all routes as a Let's Play on the channel, so let's get started. Pick normal, just pick that, it's fine. And I will try to talk as little as possible during any kind of voiced dialogue and cutscenes as well. Between those, I'll keep interaction up. This is quite the war, though.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die in it. Die! Die! You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Such a good cutscene to such a good game. Like, a beautiful way to start things. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
What could have brought you here?
And set that to auto advance so it moves at the pace the game wants it to.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
I like her design a lot. It's just a really beautiful game overall. We are going to be male for the first initial playthrough.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Given some rather interesting options as far as an answer goes. I am mortal.
Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
So the default name is Byleth. I will not be using that. As all of you well know, I prefer to name myself Alexander, but I don't think that's gonna fit, so we're just gonna have to settle for Alex.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
We're gonna go with this.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Yeah, that is weird.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
I am really, really excited to cover this game. I will also be letting dialogue play at the pace the game wants it to.
Were you having that dream again?
Yeah, it was a dream about a war, my guy. Pretty
Massive
intense
armies
one.
clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Of course.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Alright. So, we're about to get a combat tutorial. Nice.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village.
Yeah,
Take
it's
down
probably
the
a good
enemies
idea.
in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Movement, select a unit, and then move next to an enemy. While your unit is next to an enemy, the command window will open. To attack, select the attack command, and then choose a weapon. So I'm going to use everybody a little bit equally
Stay
here,
focused.
since it has not yet been decided what's going to happen moving forward. You're going to notice your weapons have durability and stuff, but the game's going to run over that as I go.
You fought well.
And I'm going to kind of cover some things as we go too. Weapon durability. A weapon will break when repeated uses bring its durability to 0. You can fight with a broken weapon, but your might and hit rate will be reduced. and enemies will be able to make attacks more easily. Follow-up attacks. Be careful with your weapons, as you cannot repair them in mid-battle. Battle menu. Use the battle menu to create bookmarks, saves, view tutorial guides, and more. To access it, press the A button when the cursor is in a space without an active unit. Battle phases. Once all of your units have taken action, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. You can end the player phase early by selecting End from the battle menu.
I will prevail.
So anywhere with a blue square can be moved, red square cannot be.
I'll cut through.
Oh, whoops. I will need to... So at the beginning, you can use this talk command
We are
to
in
get
your
some
debt.
dialogue.
It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
It's just a little bit of free friendship. Bow combat. Bows can attack from a long range, although their hit rate is reduced as range increases. They are highly effective against flying units like the Pegasus Knights and the Wyvern Riders.
Ready and willing.
So we're actually going to move Claude right here, use the talk
It's
command.
because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't
You're welcome,
expect
buddy.
to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Yeah, man. So the ally phase would be for things like Geralt to
We'll
move.
advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Yep. Terrain effects. Certain terrain will have effects on the unit occupying it. Forests, for instance, raise a unit's evasion and defense. Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. So I'm going to move right here. And then I'm going to move her right here. And use the talk
You
command.
have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
I intend to.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Forests are not the only terrain type you will encounter. Keep an eye out for others, such as thickets and heel tiles. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button on an empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. So, like, if I click wait, you're going to see that when I hover over this, you have 30% evasion and +1 defense while here. So the idea is to place your units inside an advantageous square and then just kind of wait. Oh, this is a good teaching example. So you see how that red line is being drawn to Claude? That means if I move him there, the enemy there will prioritize him as a target. Whereas they're all kind of targeting Edelgard for right now. So just make sure you keep track of that as you're playing. Oh, we got unlucky. It's okay though. Damn, she almost like one-tapped his ass. It's crazy. Yep, and they're going to advance. They're not within attack range. So the next thing you want to do,
It's a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts. I taught
yeah,
you.
is use the combat arts. Combat arts. Combat arts are powerful techniques that use more of a weapon's durability than usual. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skill levels go up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith, which is magic. Those skills will grant you magic abilities instead. Okay, so we're going to move right here. Use a combat art on this nerd. We'll get an explanation as to what those symbols are later.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I'm gonna move right here. Give you guys like kind of an example of each of
Never
them in battle.
underestimate an outsider.
Saw that coming.
Awesome. And then we'll finish it off with Edelgard if we can. Perfect. To clarify, she is one of my favorite units in the whole game. and I'm really excited to see how everybody votes on us moving forward.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Right, buddy. So he has a unique badge on him which marks him as like an elite enemy. And the game's gonna go over a little bit of that here in a second if I remember correctly. Yep. Item drops. An item icon on an enemy indicates that you will get the item that is highlighted green in the unit's details display when you defeat them. Now, later on, there will be a situation where I will show you a way to get those items without needing to kill the enemy. I'm actually going to wait right here and see if I can bait them into the thicket. I did not mean to hold A right there. All I did was speed up his movement, though. Okay.
What the? Aren't you Gerald the Bladebreaker?
Yeah, man.
What's a renowned mercenary like you doing
Beating
here?
your ass.
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
Yeah, it makes sense he's upset. God damn, Gerald, he's hard. Makes sense, he's kind of swole. Something you saw Gerald do right there is a thing the horse units get, and you'll see it later. It's called Canto. If you have any remaining movement after taking your action, you can then use the movement. Linked attacks. Whenever you attack an enemy that is also in attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger a linked attack. During a linked attack, your avoid rate and hit rate are higher than normal. Linked attacks between certain units will also raise might. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among units involved, which will become important later. We're just gonna try to end this,
Hey, you with the blank stare! Out of my way!
because the faster this is over, the faster we can progress. Awesome. Level 2. So your level up stats that you're about to see right here, that's always
Another
random.
step forward.
Right, it's just a dice roll chance of what levels when you level. So you'll get lucky level ups and unlucky level ups. Received an iron axe. Very cool.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool.
Which implies that her life force is tethered to
Well, it's
ours.
fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you?
That's true.
Of course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning.
She's such a cool character design.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
Yeah,
I
what's
was
up
not
with your
able to recall
name?
my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd.
So you're a god with
That look
memory
on your
loss.
face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I'm not a kid.
Such arrogance. You look the part, but are you truly an adult? You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Yeah, be grateful. That's the fair way to
There
be.
now.
You did save
Is
our life.
gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
It's intense to think about, though, is like she is able to manipulate time but has basically no understanding of how she's doing it. Yeah, what's gonna happen when you restart time?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Try rewinding time?
Of course! I must turn back the hands of time! Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time.
It's very true.
Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
It's just a very intense kind of magic to think about.
Hey, over here!
Huh?
Hey, did you just...
He's not dead, man. Just knocked down.
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
You guys are mad
Hey,
late.
the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
They seem to know each other. Alright. Yep, save.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Man, he wants
Right.
nothing to do with it.
Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery.
What if he doesn't want to?
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Yeah, man.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
He does not seem happy.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
It's quite intense
Knights
to
of
think about.
Seros. They do seem rather skilled.
I don't know, we haven't really seen them do anything yet, so hard to say.
It seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
No, pretty on the nose there. Yeah, I had no idea
How
he was captain.
curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything.
Oh, is that right?
Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
Geez,
You
she
will prove a
cuts
lacking
like
ruler
straight
yourself
to the
if you look for
point.
deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power.
Oh, it can
Personally,
affect it
as the
quite
embodiment
negatively.
of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet? Or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
Damn, Edelgard.
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The
Sure,
way
bud.
you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
Oh, I
might
like
as well
you.
tell
Straight
now,
to the point.
I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
I'm a side with Edelgard on this one. I am a fan of direct and to the point, but each of these has their benefits, shall we say.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
This is going to be kind of a long episode. Yeah, she feels like she's always watching. He seems quite sincere, but I sense a darkness lurking beneath. And Claude. He's always smiling. But it's probably
Yes,
a
I
mask.
thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Alright, save.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 Houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Gosh, she really is such an intense character. It's a very beautiful game. The cutscenes are just extremely well done.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Man, that dialogue line makes it sound like she knows about Sothis.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
I don't like the implication that he basically didn't have a choice but to come back. It's kind of shady.
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Yeah, who is she?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is Alex.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
You're most welcome.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Me? Yeah, as a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach. By the
Oh,
sound
okay.
of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Yeah, because I don't appear to be much older than the students at all.
It's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Sure thing, man.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you. Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of
Interesting.
me? The Middle Franc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Yeah, no kidding.
Quite.
Like,
For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings.
that can get messy
And when you
quickly.
have a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision,
He
Sedith.
is upset.
I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would
It's a
remind you
long
that
time.
Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir.
I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual.
There's a lot
We
going
cannot
on.
ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yeah.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Man, the like tensions already. This is going to be a long video, as the like pilot video for this Let's Play, but I want to make sure that I give you guys as much information as I can to help you make the decision I'm going to ask you to make. God, the cutscenes, man, they're so good. God, the character designs are also just really good. She's not having it. Oh, 2v1, huh? It looks like he's winning. Damn. Alright.
Of course.
Alright, so while exploring the monastery, right stick is to move camera, plus and minus buttons are to zoom in and out, B and Y are to dash. If you are ever unsure of what to do next, look to the left side of the screen. Your current objective will be displayed there. Perfect. What you want, Rhea?
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Yes.
May I ask a favor of you?
Alright, so we're gonna try to get this done as quickly as we can. And we're already running super long on time, but like I said, I would rather take my time with this first episode and give you guys as much information as I can. It's gonna show you kind of a cutscene like this, a mini one, every time you get to an area you've never been before. Now, once you've been to an area, you can open this map and fast travel anywhere that you've already been. So we're gonna go talk to Edelgard real quick.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes, I would.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
I'm gonna kind of
Hubert
run through
is
each
the
of these
heir
for you
Marquis
guys.
Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Okay.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
Oh. Alright.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
He just needs a push in the right direction, man.
He's the second son of Count Burgleys. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Will do. The shy one.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
As you do.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Something to bear in mind is this is a world where aristocracy is like a big deal.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Interesting. Alright. Now that we've had our discussion with her, we're gonna try to make our way down here. I believe it's through this area. Okay.
Hello.
Trying to move quickly for you guys. Cutscene. Okay, yeah, this is like the classroom courtyard area.
Please
Talk to
accept my
Dimitri.
apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery.
Very polite.
I
young
hear
man,
you're investigating the different houses here.
which is to
Did
be
any of the
expected
blue
from
lions
royalty.
catch your attention? Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped. Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years.
It's a while.
He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
I don't doubt it.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm. Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak.
Oh, damn.
Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Alright. A ladies' man.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
I'm right there with you in that sheer brilliance and staggering stupidity. What's going on, Ingrid?
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Alright. Now all we have left are the Golden Deer House.
That's
Let's get to know Claude and
scored
his
a teaching
posse.
gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yes, Claude, I would love to know more about everybody.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Just dodges the question as one would expect.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Okay.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident.
Oh no.
Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Alright.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Yeah, that's the weight of nobility, though.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Then again with him, since it is a merchant family, it's not necessarily nobility, it's just the weight of expectation. Which is a bit different.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Nothing wrong with being quiet.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Damn. Jeez, some of these characters, like, with their fucking dialogue lines.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Nothing wrong with that. Good discipline.
I appreciate your effort.
Quest completed. We've met everybody. Continue exploring only because I want to make sure that I save really quickly. And then we're going to end the video here in a second. But I do want to go here. Oh, it doesn't let me fast travel. Not yet, anyway. So, here's the deal. we're gonna end here, guys. And what I want you to do is, out of the 3 houses that we viewed and all of the students that we met, I want you guys to post in the comments below which playthrough as one of the houses you want me to do first. Whichever one gets the most votes, like 1 vote per person, like in the comments, whichever one gets the most love, that's the first playthrough. Alright everybody, thank you very much for hanging out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you enjoyed your time here. Alexander, signing out.